Now the next topic is the models of corporate governance. I think what is corporate governance is very clear to all of you. It's just like a system or the practices to administrate, control or supervise the corporation, organization, company with the use of process, policies, rules, regulation. And the objective behind the corporate governance is to maintain the fairness, transparency, accountability. So the organization, every organization has the corporate governance system, and it is vary around the world. Means it is not necessary the corporate governance system of one company is same as the other company or same as the other organization. It can be vary from one organization to other organization. This because in some cases corporate governance focuses on link between a shareholder and company, some on formal board structures, board practices, and yet others on social responsibilities of corporation. Because every organization have their own organization structure. Accordingly, the corporate governance formulated and implemented. So it is a system through which organizations are running. So the system which is vary from one organization to other, yeah, one type of organization structure to other, we refer as a models of corporate governance. So there is no one model of corporate governance which is universally acceptable, as each model has its own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, what I am saying कि corporate governance we already studied that system, a set of processes, policy, rules and regulation to administrate it, control and supervise the corporation, organization, company, है ना, ताकि क्या है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक फेयर ट्रांसपेरेंट एनवायरनमेंट में वर्क कर सके. और जो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस कवर्स द ऑल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर, आइदर वो फंक्शनिंग हो सकती है, ड्यूटीज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हो सकती हैं, प्रोसेसेस हैं, और रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन दी different organization structure, we can say the different layers of the organization, उनके बीच क्या रिलेशनशिप रहेगा, सब कंप्लीट कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस में डिफाइन होता है. और कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के यूज़ से ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस रन होती हैं. ओके, अब ये जो व्हाट इज़ द सिस्टम जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इम्प्लीमेंट करती हैं, फॉर्मुलेट करती हैं, क्योंकि ये हमने बता दिया ओवरऑल व्हाट इज़ कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, बट नेचुरली ये वो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस इट इज़ इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सम सिस्टम, और वी कैन रेफर एज ए मॉडल्स ऑल्सो. तो वो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो है वो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि दूसरे का सेम हो, क्योंकि वो डिपेंड करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर पर. तो एक यूनिवर्सली एक्सेप्टेड मॉडल नहीं है, वो वेरी करता है. तो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर वी कैन डिवाइड द मॉडल्स. So this is one of the important topic from the examination point of view. So some of the models of corporate governance are Anglo-American model, the German model, Japanese model and Indian models. तो जो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कॉर्पोरेशन है, जिस एनवायरनमेंट में उनका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर डिफाइन है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग ये मॉडल डिफाइन किए गए हैं. For example, whatever the American company follow the Anglo-American model, the German for the countries like the German and all, Japanese especially for the Japanese structure, Indian model. तो जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर है उसके अकॉर्डिंग मॉडल डिफाइन किए गए हैं कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के टू रन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो फर्स्ट वी हैव अ लुक ऑफ एंग्लो-अमेरिकन मॉडल. This model is also called as the Anglo-Saxon model and is used on basis of corporate governance, especially in the areas like or in the countries like USA, UK, Canada, Australia and some Commonwealth countries. Okay, being the countries who have completely developed and wealth creation companies, this Anglo-American model is being used. ओके तो सबसे पहले हम इसका एक चार्ट देख लेते हैं सो दैट यू कैन ईजिली अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज़ एंग्लो अमेरिकन मॉडल. दिस इज़ द बेसिक चार्ट ऑफ द एंग्लो अमेरिकन मॉडल. लेफ्ट साइड द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर, राइट साइड डिफाइंस द undertakings or the supervision duties, rights. So what happened in this structure? Shareholders elect or appoint the board of directors. Understood? Shareholders elect the board of directors. Then board of directors appoints the managers. And then managers manage the company. Clear? Means इसमें क्या है, ये अच्छी तरह याद रख लीजिए कि हम ये ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर ही डिफ्रेंशिएट करेंगे सो दैट यू कैन इजीली डिफ्रेंशिएट द जर्मन और द जापानीज मॉडल विद द एंग्लो अमेरिकन. एंग्लो अमेरिकन में व्हाट हैपन्स, द शेयर होल्डर, माइंड इट, shareholders appoint the board of directors appoint the management or the management who runs the or who manage the business. Okay, so this is the basic structure. That's why in the diagram you just see shareholders, arrow goes to the board of, then the left side completed, board of directors appoints supervises officers or managers manage the company, and the creditors, stakeholders, legal system, even the shareholders, although all are linked with the organization, means all are related with the organization. वो तो है ही भाई. देखिए एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रन होती है तो नेचुरली दे हैव दी स्टेक होल्डर्स, शेयर होल्डर्स, क्रेडिटर्स होते ही हैं और लीगल सिस्टम होता है, बाउंड बाय द लीगल सिस्टम. ये ओवरऑल जो मॉडल है दैट इज़ वी रेफर एज एन एंग्लो अमेरिकन मॉडल. Okay, clear with the diagram? Then go to the previous slide. So here the shareholders appoints director, who in turn appoints a manager to manage the business. Thus there is a separation of ownership and control. The board usually consists of executive director and few independent directors. The board often has limited ownership stakes in the company. Moreover, a single individual holds both द पोजिशन ऑफ CEO एंड चेयरमैन ऑफ द बोर्ड. ठीक है ना. तो ओनरशिप नेचुरल बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर या डायरेक्टर्स की है अलॉन्ग विद द शेयर होल्डर्स, क्रेडिटर्स, स्टेक होल्डर्स एंड द लीगल सिस्टम. So this system relies on effective communication between shareholders, board and management with all important decision taken after getting approval of shareholders. Because overall जो ओवरऑल राइट है वो शेयर होल्डर्स का है. तो नेचुरली विद द अप्रूवल ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स द बोर्ड ऑफ मैनेजमेंट और शेयर होल्डर्स के बीच जो है इम्पॉर्टेंट डिसीजंस दे कैन टेक. ओके, सो ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन. अच्छा, इन दिस सिस्टम ऑल टाइप ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन आर implemented very tightly, meant very strictly. It is very strict in this system to implement all types of rules and regulation. And this system also communicate कि if any type of fraud practices happen, then what would be action if any fraud practices happened. So this is again the chart of the Anglo-American model. Some of the other features are, this is shareholder naturally oriented model because shareholder having the complete right over the directors and the managers. It is also called as Anglo-Saxon approach to corporate governance, being the basis of corporate governance. Britain, Canada, America, Australia, directors are rarely independent of management. Companies are run by professional managers. Institution investor like banks and mutual fund are portfolio investors. When they are not satisfied with the company's performance, they simply sell their shares in the market. Okay, means they are independent. If they are not satisfied with the performance of the organization, they can individually sell the shares in the market. The disclosure norms are comprehensive and rules against insider trading are tight. That we have already communicated कि rules and regulation are very strict, very tight if any type of fraudulent or fraud practices happen. The small investors are protected and large investors are discouraged to take active role in corporate governance. So all these about the Anglo-American model. And the Anglo-American model, what happened? The overall, the important right exists from the shareholder point of view. Shareholder having a right to elect board of director, they elect the officers manager and runs the company. Okay, rules and regulation are tightly bound. It reduces the fraudulent practices, because if any fraudulent practices, the action would be taken. Next, the German model. It is also referred as the two-tier model. Why we called as a two-tier model? Because here what happened in the Anglo-American model, or only the shareholders having the right. In this type of model, both so in this type of model, both employees and shareholders having the right to elect the supervisory board. Means in this model recognize the employees and labor union. That is why we also refer as a German model. So first look this chart so that you can easily understand the German model. Again pointed, in this model, employees and labor union rights recognized along with the shareholders. That is why we refer as a societal model. Okay, once again I am telling you, employees and labor union rights are recognized. ठीक है ना, यानी जर्मन मॉडल में क्या, अमेरिकन मॉडल में शेयर होल्डर्स हैविंग ओनली द राइट. इसके अंदर क्या है, जर्मन मॉडल में यहाँ जो डिफ्रेंशिएशन है वो ये है कि ये यहाँ पर एम्प्लॉय लेबर यूनियन को भी शेयर होल्डर्स के साथ इक्वल राइट दिए जाते हैं. उनके इम्पोर्टेंस को, उनके राइट्स को रिकॉग्नाइज़ किया जाता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एम्प्लॉयज़ और लेबर यूनियन की इम्पोर्टेंस है. दैट इज़ वाई दे ऑल्सो अपॉइंट दी सुपरवाइजरी बोर्ड. तो जो सुपरवाइजरी बोर्ड होता है, इसलिए हम इसको टू टायर कहते हैं, क्योंकि सुपरवाइजरी बोर्ड का 50% अपॉइंटमेंट एम्प्लॉयज़ एंड लेबर यूनियन करती है, जबकि 50% अपॉइंटमेंट शेयर होल्डर्स करते हैं. क्लियर इट? दैट इज़ वाई वी कॉल्ड एज अ टू टायर मॉडल. टू टायर मॉडल इसलिए कहते हैं कि सुपरवाइजरी बोर्ड का हाफ जो है वो शेयर होल्डर सेलेक्ट करता है, अपॉइंट करता है, वेयर एज एम्प्लॉयज़ एंड लेबर 50% अपॉइंट करता है. मीन्स what I am telling, what I would like to state that supervisory board, the employees and labor union, 50% of the employee, 50% employees union, employees and labor union appoints the supervisory board, whereas the 50% of the appointment by the shareholders. Half supervisory board appointed by the employees and labor union, whereas the half supervisory board appointed by the shareholders. That is why we refer as a two tier. Then supervisory board appoints and supervises the board of management and gives the importance to the labor relations, and then the board of management or the managing board runs the company in this way. Okay, so note the German model. This is the whole structure of. Then go to the slide. The supervisory board and the management board, the two board exist. It is used in countries like Germany, Holland, France, etc. Usually a large majority of shareholders are banks and financial institutions. The shareholder can appoint only 50% of members to constitute the supervisory board. The rest is appointed by employees and labor union. Okay, and the shareholders, the majority of the shareholders are banks and financial institution. So in this way we refer as a societal or the German model. That is why in this system we come to know that how they give equal importance to worker. Okay, this is the German model. Now the next model, which is the Japanese model. First look the chart of the Japanese model. This is the chart of the Japanese model or the Japanese model of corporate governance. Here you can see the along with the shareholders, banks and financial institution are recognized. So here banks and financial institutions are recognized, whereas the shareholders appoint the supervisory board and including the president also along with the banks and financial institution. ठीक है ना, इसमें जो डिफ्रेंशिएशन है वो ओनली द रिकॉग्निशन ऑफ बैंक्स एंड फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन. फर्स्ट में शेयर होल्डर्स है, सेकेंड में वर्कर्स एंड लेबर एंड शेयर होल्डर्स. यहाँ शेयर होल्डर्स के साथ बैंक्स एंड फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन को रिकॉग्नाइज किया जाता है. शेयर होल्डर्स एंड बैंक्स एंड फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो होते हैं दे अपॉइंट द सुपरवाइजरी बोर्ड इंक्लूडिंग द प्रेजिडेंट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. And then
ये कैसे हटा सकते हैं? ये क्या है कि डायग्राम है. रेटिफाइज क्या है?
हाँ, then supervisory board agree with the use of voting. They select the president, then president appoint the executive or the board of directors who manages the company. In this way this organization, this structure works. Okay, means क्या है, एक बार और देख लेते हैं. In this type of structure, shareholders, banks and financial institution appoints a supervisory board including the president, then president appoint the board of directors or the management who manages the company. Means the differentiation is that here the banks and the financial institutions are recognized because here we also see that banks monitors and acts in emergencies. Then go to the slides. This model is also called as the business network model. Usually shareholders are banks, financial institutions. Shareholders cooperate with cross shareholding. There is a supervisory board which is made up of board of directors and president, okay, who are jointly appointed by shareholders and banks and financial. This is the main difference कि the board of directors, the president and the board of director are jointly appointed by the shareholders and banks and financial institution. This is rejection of the Japanese keiretsu, a form of cultural relationship among family controlled corporate and groups of complex interlocking business relationship. Where cross shareholding is common, most of the directors are heads of different division of the company. Means they give importance to the banks and financial institutions. Because banks and financial institution stakes are very high in business operations in Japan. What happens in Japan? The banks and the financial institutions stakes are very high, यानी उनके पास जो राइट्स होते हैं बैंक्स और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन के पास, तो जापान के बिजनेस ऑपरेशन में कुछ ज़्यादा होते हैं. दैट इज़ वाई वो क्या होता है, जो कॉरपोरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या कंपनी का जो मैनेजमेंट होता है उनके ज़्यादा क्लोज होते हैं. सो दे वर्क क्लोज with management of company. Between supervisory board and board of director, president is included. ठीक है. So this type of structure we see in the Japanese model. The only difference is that banks and financial institutions stakes are very high in Japanese model. So they give equally importance or recognize the banks. Then the last model is the Indian model, which is the combination of Anglo-American and German model. This model of corporate governance found in India is a mix of Anglo-American and German model. What happens in the Anglo-American? The shareholders having a high right, whereas in the German model, along with the shareholders, workers and unions. तो ये इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, इंडियन मॉडल में क्या होगा, शेयर होल्डर्स व जो एम्प्लॉयज़ और लेबर यूनियन है उनको हाई राइट्स होंगे, रिकॉग्नाइज्ड होंगे, इम्पोर्टेंस उनकी ज़्यादा होगी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कल्चरल डिफरेंट है. यहाँ पर लेबर को बहुत ही प्रोटेक्टिव और इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंस दी जाती है एम्प्लॉयज़ को. दिस इज़ बिकॉज इन इंडिया देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ कॉर्पोरेशन. ठीक है ना. और दूसरा क्या होता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर भी वो डिफरेंट है. इन इंडिया वी आर हैविंग 3 टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक private companies, public companies and public sectors undertaking, which includes statutory company, government companies, banks and other kinds of financial institution. ठीक है ना. यानी प्राइवेट कंपनीज है, पब्लिक कंपनीज हैं, पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग्स हैं, लाइक स्टैट्यूटरी कंपनीज, गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज, बैंक्स एंड अदर इंस्टीट्यूशन. तो that is why we have a different type of organization structure. That is why we follow the both the Anglo-American and German model. Each of these corporations have a distinct pattern of shareholding. For example, in case of private companies, the promoter and his family have almost complete control over the company. They depend less on outside equity capital. Hence, in private company, the German model of corporate governance is followed. ठीक है ना. We take an example of private. That is why what I am saying, I would like to state that we are having a different type of organization structure. If we take the private companies, what happen in the private companies? They are having the overall control of their family members, है ना, promoters and family members. In the private companies, the promoter and the family members having overall control, supervision and managed by them. So they less depend on the outside equity capital. That is why they follow the German model, in which they recognize the workers, labor unions along with the shareholders. So all these about the different type of model. Anglo-American model, in where the shareholders having the high rights and appoint the board of directors, then managers and the company which manage the company. Whereas in the German model, shareholders, worker and labor union having equal right. That is why we call it as a 2-tier. In the Japanese model, banks and financial institution recognized along with the shareholders. And in the Indian model, they follow the German and the Anglo-American model. So it's all about the corporate governance of module 7.